Hello all, this is Keggy, and I've created a new deck around, not sure if it already exists, but around Twilight Prophet. It's a really cool card, um, but it's only good if you're ascended. So once it ascends at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have the City's Blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand. And then there's the that's already pretty nice. And then each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is that card's converted mana cost. So basically, what I'm used to in black, when you draw a card, you lose life to the number of the card's converted mana cost, as for instance with Ad Nauseam. But here it's the opposite. In fact, you gain life and the opponent loses life, so that's pretty good. So I've been thinking about how do I make this a win condition, because it would be really cool to have this loss of life uh, be your win condition. And I've basically created a somewhat deck that revolves about gaining life. So it's got Dawn of Hope and Founder of Renewal and Ajani's Bridemaid. Um, the Healer's Hawk creates life. Lily's Landing creates a vampire with life link. So there's lots of life gaining, and we put it into Bridemaid and Dawn of Hope. Really helps there. Um, and with Legion's Landing, it helped with getting to Ascent, because it's two permanents in one card, right? You got the enchantment and you get the token. So that's why these are in there. To help out this Twilight Prophet. And I want to win. I want to be able to win outside of the combat step. So that's always a huge plus if you're able to win outside of the combat step. So with direct damage from your spells, or for instance, Twilight Prophet can do this, but also Epicure of Blood is here. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses one life. So that also obviously is really good with Fountain of Renewal and uh, lifelink creatures. Also with Twilight Prophet. I mean, if you have Twilight Prophet Ascended and an Epicure of Blood, Twilight Prophet deals damage, you gain life, and there's another damage from the Epicure of Blood. So this is basically what I've come up with. Um, Still pretty much waiting on some Orzhov lands that will help, but they'll be next expansion. And I've been doing some runs with this in just just regular play. So let's see if that, that's where you test the deck out, right, and then you go to ranked with it if you like that. But ranked meta at the moment, ranked meta is very yeah, it's only these decks that work. There's not a lot of variation in the ranked meta, I think. And even in a not ranked meta like this, like the normal play, even there, people tend to play like the best decks because they want to win. And I understand it's nice to win, but it's also nice to have a different deck every once in a while, right? Um, oh, it took a while, but I've got an opponent named Tempo. Well, I had to wait for you, Tempo. All right, so we've got an opening hand with comes, yeah, this is 3 lands, and then there's some early plays, some threat removal. Let's keep it. So going first, I think it's always better to go with Healer's Hawk instead of Legion's Landing if you have the choice, because Healer's Hawk almost always hits, and Legion's Landing can be, yeah, can run into guys, and then you're not gaining your life. Obviously, if I'm playing against Mono Blue, I can still run into a Siren or something, which usually I happily trade my Healer's Hawk against, because if there's a Siren in there that can provide protection to the Djinns, then the Ixalan's Binding and Fresca's Contempt won't help that much. Also, by the way, Fresca's Contempt, you gain life. There's so much life gain in Orzhov that the the cards that trigger on the life gain are really good. So it looks like connection problems, or I'm not sure what's going on here. It took a while to get connected to this guy to begin with, and I'm not really sure what's going on now. Is looking at his hand. All right, he's doing stuff. He also has a live game deck, so it's live game versus live game. This could take a while, but that's all right. Usually, you should play this after combat, but who cares, right? I'm just going all in with the bird. If this guy comes, obviously I'm blocking that guy. That's a lot of. Oh, he missed his land drop. Sucks to be you. All right. I could just attack with all. If he blocks both, it's fine with me. 2 damage. All right. Yes, we'll do that. Which do I keep? This one, I guess. Did I do? Yeah, I did it correctly. All right. So you can still. So that's a little bit of a problem if you play a legendary enchantment. You have to pick which one to keep. All right, now the vanguards are stronger. No blocks here. I'm still ahead. So I'm on a lower life now. Should I? I'm still attacking with that guy. Oh, I should have attacked with all three and then transformed the Legion Landing. That's a huge mistake. Yeah, we'll do that next turn. So no blockers for me yet. Yeah, it's actually doing pretty good with only one land. That's amazing. So let's just take this damage. No blocks. I can take 5 damage, it's fine. We're all gaining life here. Alright, so I should swing with everything. And there we go. We can create more creatures. So that's a good thing. So I suppose I could either Ixalan's Binding, something that I think is scary, but it'll probably be a Loxodon at some point. I'll bind that one. I could cast another Fountain of Renewal, but I'm not going to do that either. Basically, I'm going to create tokens now. So we're on the token plan. Yep. So he's back at 21 life. They're back at 21 life. No blockers. I'll just. I should have blocked the Sky Watcher. I just keep making stupid mistakes. Alright, so that's another guy. It's not really that interesting. So let's just attack with this guy. And the rest, not that important. That's a pretty good card. Which one is it? Put it on the Vanguard or on the Sky Marcher? Where did it go into? On the Vanguard. Okay, that's fine. So this Vanguard can gain Indestructible. I'm curious if you would attack with it. End of combat. He's not attacking. So that's fine. Oh, my kingdom for a land. Okay, so there at. I'm going to Ixalan's Bind the Healer's Hawk, I suppose. I wanted to keep it, but I suppose it's really good to have a little bit of pressure here. That's 2 lands. Now the big guys can come. Yeah, the Pride Mate's there. So that would have been a better target for my Ixalan's Binding. Much better. Hopefully I get a Swamp soon, so I can cast Contempt. Or just draw another binding. That would be fine too. Alright, kill that guy. Kill that guy. Block that, double block that guy. Going in for a big trade. We'll keep Loxodon away for a while. And that's a land, so I've got 5. So that's not enough for, that's not double black for Frascas, but it is nice to have an Epicure of Blood. So basically means that the Vanguard cannot do anything scary now. So I should have definitely kept that excellent. So I've made quite a bit of a few mistakes here. Could lose me the game. So this is, I think this is the worst. I was getting anxious, and then he drops the plane, and then this happens. So this is terrible. So the binding on the primate would have been really good. Not blocking with the Epicure. I could block with 2. So all they have to do now is wait until Primate becomes big enough to take on 2 Epicures, and then we'll be in trouble again. So for now, it's not big enough. So if they decide to attack with both Primates, I could just block the big one with both Epicures, and then block the next one next turn with another one. No attacks. All right. As a Revitalize, I think that would be better to cast than another Epicure. Yeah, because the draw life. Well, we've had worse, right? Can just, yeah, I should add another Fountain of Renewal and another Legion's Landing. Why not? That's fine. Hawk can go swing. That's scary, but not the scariest. I think the fact that they're able to create so much life now with the Vanguard on the Primate is just terrible. So we also run 4 Primates, right? But we just haven't drawn any yet. We neither have we drawn any extra cards. So um, it is a terrible thing to do. Otherwise, I'll just take 12 damage. I guess I'll just take 12 damage. I could block with jump with a vampire token. So I suppose these primates I can always jump with vampire tokens. So I have to get rid of that one. That's nice. That's so good. Get rid of that one. So as you can see, not using most of my damage is dealt outside of the combat step. So we've killed 2 of these vanguards already, so that's pretty good. I used to run this one in this list as well, but it's uh, I think the Fountain of Renewal is better because this one requires us to have 3 or more creatures, and it's not always the case. As we're not a token deck or anything, as they are obviously like playing lots of creatures. Things are getting scary now. I think they're going for a big swing. All right, so I could like totally chump this one and double block the other one. Um, but I'm not gonna double block. I'm gonna keep the Epicures because they're at 5, which is not a lot. Because now they're at 3, and then next turn, exactly, you die, and then there's a Healer's Hawk too. Victory, even though I played like an idiot. Um, got there against a life deck. So against control, it obviously is not that good if it wipes or counters the stuff that if they know what you're doing, they'll counter the vampires, basically the big ascent one and the epicure of blood. So because those are really scary for them. So this is pretty all right. It's a bit weird that we can't go turn 1 Legion's Landing, but let's just keep it. Could start off with an isolated chapel, but could also start off with a swamp, and then the other ones will not enter tapped. All right, so if they've mulled to 5, so I'm pretty sure it's better for us. All right, so this is probably mono blue or merfolk. And mono blue can be somewhat scary if they immediately throw a Curious Obsession on this one. Then no, so that's not happening. Then the mull to 5 would not be as bad. But now we're gaining lots of removal. All we need, yes, and kill the older one. This one. Perhaps it'll spell pierce it. There we go. Ah, I'm being tricked. Right, that's too bad. It's not the worst thing in the world, though. Sure, no bucks. So there could be a big Jin here. Nice. So if we only draw a land, that's too bad. A land would have been an Excellence Binding on that Jin. Now there's no Excellence Binding on the Jin because we have failed to draw land again. So the problem with black and white now at this point is that so I'm running 24 lands. The fact that I'm not drawing that much extra is just bad luck. I won't block any of those. That's just bad luck, and that can happen. But the one of the things I do think is um, a bit bad is that we do not get the shock land, for instance. So I have to run uh, worse options like the come into play tap. So I could draw exactly like this. See, like I would be happy with a land, and now I have no option to do this. So I have to keep my stuff back to block these guys, to try and survive. Uh, there's there's still a possibility that I could live, but they probably have a counter. Um, yeah, we're not gonna make it. So it's all a little bit too late, but let's just try and bind something. They'll counter. So we're at 6 life, we're at 0 life. All right, so that's game. Um, so we got screwed basically. Otherwise, we would totally have had the opponent, because we would have removed the Jin. They would not have stood a chance. Um, but yeah, you can get screwed in Magic, so that happens, and that's fine. But I really don't like the fact that we do not have the shock lands yet, and it seems like they're taking ages before. Oh, this is pretty good. Going first too. So we've got the double blood, nothing to use it on, but this is a very good start. So it's the basic live game package, but then we've got this guy. This guy's so good. I love this guy. He is a common. Did you 5 mana 4/4 common. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. It's just the best there is. So God's Pride made before swing. Is it mono blue or are we playing Is It? Let's see. Take action. So if, oh, that's slightly scary, I suppose. Let's, so Pride Mate's growing quite large, but this is probably a deck that runs Excellence Binding, stuff like that. So, oh no, it's control-y stuff. This is a nice draw. Let's see if they counter it. By the speed of that, looks like they have no counters. So, yes, gain life, take action, and yes, draw a card, please. That's so good. Oh, that's nice. So they can wipe the board, basically. Seal away. They'll go on the Pride Mate. That's fine. Because we'll Excellence binding the Pride Mate. Should I pay? I'll decline for paying that because we want our Pride Mate back. So they'll have to definitely Clarion now, otherwise it'll be too late for Pride Mate. Excellence Binding on Excellence Binding would be terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. So casting Excellence Binding and Excellence Binding basically shuts down quite a bit of removal for me. Oh, was that a miss? Oh, this wasn't countered, so they had to. All right, so basically that's fine. Take action on that one. And yeah, let's just grab another card. That's great. That's really good. All right, so let's just, before we attack, that's what happens. So it's lethal on the board now. If they do not have any removal, they're dead. Otherwise, we'll see. That's the fairy. They'll pop them back. So that means basically we'll have to Vraska's Contempt the fairy, which is fine. I could pay 2, but let's not, because the land comes into play tapped, and we don't want to run the risk that we cannot kill Teferi, right? So this is something we do. That's something that happens. So we cannot do that. We have no mana for that. Just tap out all the way. So next turn, either Epicure of Blood or Twilight Prophet. So what's going to happen? Oh, it's Dawn of Hope, I suppose. So that's not the worst thing, though, because these are the things that's going to deal damage with the Epicure of Blood. So we're going to cast the Epicure of Blood. So the Twilight Prophet may net more cards, but the Epicure of Blood actually does the pressure a little bit better because um, yeah. So they have mana free for a Spell Pierce, or in this case an Opt. That's fine. So, and just add a little bit of pressure. Kill the old one. I think it's that one. Yeah. All right, good. So if they don't do anything, they're probably dead next turn. They'll take 2 and then swing. If they have like, yeah, so that would kill this one. Not killing this one. That's killing both. All right, that's killing both. So tapped out means will Twilight Prophet. Yeah, you're looking at all your stuff, I can tell. So we're at 35 and they're at 3. That's funny. No extra card draw, which is fine because we can just Twilight Prophet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So including the Twilight Prophet, they'll immediately ascend, and otherwise we'll just cast a Primate too, but there won't be any counters. So if they cannot deal with this, they'll be dead. Either this one or this one. That's 2 big threats. That's not too bad, but it's a nice job. Here, take action. Take action. Let's see if we draw something. Oh, that's 1 damage. Take action. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Victory. All right. So I'm gonna leave it at this. So as you can see, um, this is I've made some mistakes with this deck in the first game, but still we won. In the second game, we got mana screwed. We're running these 24 lands, right? But still, getting mana screwed is a bit well, happens, you know. I do think perhaps should swap the yeah, I should do that, I suppose. Somehow the double black is always a problem. So and there's like no double white in here, so I think this is better. Yeah, I like the deck. I really do. It's fun. I've also made a different version to win with Twilight Prophet, a more controlling one. I made it as Esper, so it's got the Esper control package. But this one's a little bit clunky. I think I'm running too many counter spells. It's not good. But this one, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's pretty straightforward, and yeah, can win games. So if you're looking for something other than Golgari mid-range to run, uh, consider Orzhov Twilight Prophet. I've called it a Sun Life. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.